Hello, my dear students and my dear friends. This is all about your definite topic, that is the past perfect tense. Yeah, we know very well about past perfect tense. So, we'll see that here using the structure. What kind of structure we are going to have for past perfect tense? Here you see the form of the past perfect tenses had plus past participle of the verb. Okay, you say that V1, V2, V3. That V3 is here and you're having that with a combination of had, and so of course you have the past perfect tense. The action is over and so you call that as past perfect tense. So here you're having two actions. One is the first action, another one is the second action. Here you're going to have the action first and action 2. In order to denote the action 1, you are using past perfect tense, and in order to denote action 2, you are using past tense. So we'll see here, when we reached the school, the bell had already rung. Ring, rang, rung. V1, V2 and V3. So had already rung, the meaning is the action, the ringing bell action takes place first. That's the point. Okay, my dear students. And so here we are going to write here like this. When we reached the school, the bell had already rung. That is the point here. See here, my dear students, here again you are having one action in the beginning and you are having the second action afterwards. You see there, here, action 1 and action 2. All these things are happening in the past tense, past perfect tense, and you're not having anything here to do with present tense. So you are having the time like one action happened at 9:15, another action happened at 9 a.m. You want to tell the first action using past perfect tense. That's what they have written here. Look at that boy. He is going to the train station and now he arrived. But what happened? The train had already left. That is the point. He missed the train. So you can write it here like this. When he arrived to the train station, the train had left. See how beautifully they have written that. See here, two action, one action first and another action second. First action is eating breakfast, second action is going to school. So you denote that using one signal word here, that is before. And so you write here like, I had eaten breakfast before I went to school. Hello students, here also we have the similar type of sentences, but instead of using before or instead of using when, we are using here after. Before using this after, I want to tell you one simple thing. You have two actions, action number 1 and action number 2. So before action number 1, you have to use after. Action number 2 denotes like this. See here, he came to my house. That is action number 2. Action number 1, I had already left. See here, before and after, you can see the differences here, right? He came to my office is action number 2. Action number 1, I had already left. And so here we are using action number 1 and before that you are using after. So you are using after and you are writing past perfect tense, and for the action number 1 you are using after. For action number 2 you are using simple past tense. So clear, my dear students. We will move on to the next one. So we are having some key words for this. For example, after, as soon as, and after that you can add had plus past participle and put a comma, and you can add simple past tense. You can see some sentences after this. See the structure of the past perfect tense. You are having some basic structures here. Already we have discussed that in the previous slide. You can go through that. We will move on to the next one. See here, after he had finished the meeting, he made a telephone call. So, before and after, that's the difference we need to see here. Before you are using simple past tense, whereas after you are using past perfect tense. After he had finished, so you are using past perfect tense here, whereas in the second sentence you are using before, and with that you are using only simple past tense. That is the difference, my dear students. And see here, similarly you can use by the time and as soon as. Likewise, as you use for, after, the same way you are going to write for by the time and as soon as. By the time the police arrived, the thief had escaped. So, before and after we had some differences in the beginning, but now here you see, so clear, it's so clear, right? So, by the time, after that you are using simple past tense, and after that you are using past perfect tense. Are you clear, my dear students? And now, for as soon as you are using past perfect tense, and after that you are using simple past tense. There is a slight difference, but still you can use more or less like before and after. That's what I want to say here. So when you use by the time, you can use simple past tense, whereas when you use as soon as, you can use past perfect tense. Here past perfect tense is had escaped in the first sentence, and in the second sentence had escaped. That is the past perfect tense. And so it's so clear for you. You can create a situation and you can try. See here, Ali had repaired his car before he went for fishing. So here they are using before with a simple past tense. Okay. Next one is, after he had taken his music lesson, he made a telephone call. Likewise, and here you are using after with past perfect tense, and so the next one is past tense. So here past perfect tense is had plus taken, that is V3 verb, take, took, taken. And the second one you are having past tense, make and made. That is what you are using here, my dear students. So here I have given a small example. You can try like this when you sit at the home, and you can see the simple differences between past tense and past perfect tense. See, look at here. Situational approach I have given here. You just read this. Sarah went to a party last week. Paul went to the party too, but they didn't see each other. Paul left the party at 10:30 and Sarah arrived at 11 o'clock. So, when Sarah arrived at the party, Paul wasn't there. He had gone home. So, had gone is the past perfect tense. So here had plus V3, that is go, went and gone. So likewise, my dear students, you can use a situation and you can try that. So probably I have given the important thing here, that is two actions will take place. One you have to use like this, that is past perfect, another one is simple past tense. So we can use either before or after or when. So using all these things, you can write a simple statement, right? And here are some signal words: when, after, before, as soon as, by the time, until. Like this, you're having some signal words you can use when you try for it. Now look at the structure for the basic positive statements. I had been, you had gone, she had met, he had played, it had rained, we had bought, they had studied. This is for positive statements. And for negative statements, you as adding here only not. I had not been, you had not gone, she had not met, he had not played, it had not rained. Likewise, you can write, my dear students, and instead you can also write interrogative statements. You can start with had. See here, had I come, had you eaten, had she gone, had it rained, had he studied, had we met, had they left. Likewise, you can try. I have given another example for you here. You can try this, my dear students. And here, one small exercise you can do. And you can try this at your home and you can send the answers. But still, I have given the answers here. You can try this and you can pass your comments about this exercise. Okay, now we will move on to past perfect continuous tense. Okay, my dear students. Hello, my dear students. Here we are having some important points about past perfect tense. You see here what we are going to do. Okay, so first action is reach office. Second action is boss leaves office. So using this we are going to see what are we going to do now. Okay, we can try by using when here is the signal word here. Probably when I reached the office, boss had already left the office. See here, first action reached the office, second action had already left the office. This is the difference, my dear friends, and you can try for the next one. See here, enter the hall is the first action, sing the song is the second action, and at most you can write when I entered the hall, the girl had already sung. Sing, sang, sung. So V3 you're using with had, and that is past perfect tense. Okay, fine. Okay, now you see the first action, search the gold ring. Second action is throw the gold ring. Now you see, when I searched for my gold ring, my little child had already thrown that in the dustbin. So, my dear students, this is all about the examples for past perfect tense. Thank you, my dear students, and study. Hello, my dear students. This is all about past perfect continuous tense. So here we are going to say about an action, past action, which started in the past and continued to happen after another action and time in the past. So the form of the sentence structure is subject plus had been plus verb plus ing plus object. This is for positive statement. For the negative statement, subject plus hadn't been plus verb plus ing plus object. Likewise, for interrogative statements, had plus subject plus been plus verb plus ing plus object. This is how you have to frame the sentences. So, we will see for the examples here. For example, see, look at the definition for past perfect continuous tense. It indicates a past action started in the past and continued to happen after another action and time in the past. Okay, you call that as past perfect continuous tense. And so here, that is what we are going to study now. I had been starting. You had been starting. He had been starting. She had been starting. It had been starting. We had been starting. You had been starting. They had been starting. This is for positive statement. The negative statements, I had not been starting. You had not been starting. He had not been starting. She had not been starting. It had not been starting. We had not been starting. You had not been starting. They had not been starting. This is for negative statements. And next for the question format. Had I been starting? Had you been starting? Had she been starting? Had he been starting? Had it been starting? Had we been starting? Had you been starting? Had they been starting? So I have given some examples here. They had been, being, friend since childhood. Here you can use since and for as signal words. Most probably for the past perfect continuous tense, signal words are for and since. Thomas had been trying to repair the phone the whole day. We had been studying all day, so we tired. Okay, so because also we can use for the cause and effect sentences, right? You're having some more examples here for interrogative statements. Had he been reading a book? For the negative statement, I hadn't been cooking any meal when she came to my home. So you can go through this, and if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Like, you have to see the difference between past perfect and past perfect continuous tense. See here, the structure already we know, had plus V3, or else you call that as past participle. And here, had been plus verb plus ing, most probably V1 plus ing, right? So here, express a past action already finished when another past action happened. So here I met them after they had divorced each other, and then emphasis the result of an activity in the past. I had been to London twice by the time I got a job in New York. So here by the time you are using a signal word. In the past statement you are using after as the signal word. So two events in the past that are linked. I couldn't take my flight because I had forgotten my boarding pass. So here they are using cause and effect expression here. And now past perfect continuous tense. Describe a past action which started in the past and continued to happen after another action or time in the past. Sarah had been working here for 2 weeks when she had the accident. So she is still walking. She is still walking. That is in the past tense they are telling, past time they are talking about. And so till she had the accident or she met with the accident. That is the point here. Next one, emphasize the duration of the activity in the past. See here, Richard needed a holiday because he had been working for 6 months. Okay, fine. So you tell the duration of the activity in the past, then show the cause of the past action. I had been traveling all night, so I was tired. So here expression the cause you are telling it here. So my dear students, you can see all these sequences here. First you are using when, next you are using for, and at last you are using so. You are having many signal words like this. So this is the difference between past perfect and past perfect continuous tense. So now again the same points are discussed here. You can go through this. Next one is, I have given some examples for that. You can see here mainly we have used when and for, and you have used before, and also you have used another signal word. Okay, right. You can go through this and you can ask the doubt. Okay, we'll move on to the next slide. I've given some 9 sentences for past perfect continuous tenses. Had they been playing football for a month, the employees had been achieving the target before the boss came. They had been celebrating their wedding anniversary for hours when David arrived. We had been looking for the wallet for 2 hours when Susan found out. Then, had he been cooking any meal? Then had she been working all day? I had not been playing computer game before they came to my house. They cried sadly when they left the town because they had been living since their childhood. Have had you drinking anything before you left? So all these sentences were examples for you. So now we are going to do some exercises here. See, he does not do this since last Friday. You can write, he had not been doing this since last Friday. Then had not she had been made noises she had been making noises for at least for last 30 minutes. She had been making noises for last 30 minutes. Okay, fine. I had been laughing for an hour. They had been doing that business for 6 months. She had been cheating on me since last 2 days. Right, my dear friends? See here, most probably I have used the signal words like since and for. So you try this, okay? And here I have given some examples. You can try this and you can tell me whether it is easy for you to understand. Thank you, my dear students. We will see the next slide now.